Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is part 2 of this very heavy unboxing. I don't know what to name the series, but it's very heavy. If you watch part 1, you'll find out why it was so heavy, this unboxing. But this time I'm going to get more into the comics. There's like a lot of comics in here, and they're pretty cool ones. So I'm going to open up 2 stacks of comics. So this is what a stack looks like. So it's a big, it's a lot of comics. So I'm going to open up 2 stacks just like that. And I'll show you what's inside. So let me just kind of manipulate it a bit. Okay, so this first stack has some pretty great stuff. I'm already seeing amazing stuff right at the top. Okay, so I want to explain this first one first, since it's first. This is Secret 6. This is the first appearance of the Secret 6. This is Secret 6 #1. And this was a spec book. So one of the things that I do is I'll watch like spec channels, and I'll watch ones where they basically say whether or not the books are going up or down. And when they kind of go down a lot, so a lot of the times what'll happen is like when the spec is first announced, it is hot and the price usually goes through the roof, right? It kind of goes up. It goes from being like a $20 book to maybe a $100 book. And then maybe a year later, when all the talk and the excitement about that book has kind of faded, the price fades with it. But it doesn't mean that that isn't a good spec. It just means that the hype has dissipated. So often what I'll do is I'll buy on that down when it really drops. And so, you know, this book would have been normally like $100 book. I get it for 20 bucks. So, you know, I just think that's kind of cool. I believe it's also the first appearance of Mockingbird, the DC version of Mockingbird. So yeah, so Secret 6, and just kind of a cool, I actually kind of like the cover as well. I just thought it was a kind of a cool book. So again, sort of a reverse spec, if that makes sense. And it's one where I think they were talking about making a series about it or something like that, especially with the success of Suicide Squad. Just another potential team that they might look into. Okay, so that little bit of a explanation required for that one. So the next one is a group of books, I can tell, because it's all put together. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. This is kind of interesting. This is a group of books that I got from one vendor, and it was just a bunch of books that I thought, again, were ones that are spec related. Or not really. This first one's not really spec related. I actually have a different version of it. This is Justice League Incarnate #2. This is the first appearance of Batwoman that laughs. So just I like picking up kind of cool characters. So just a kind of cool character. So Batwoman who laughs, I believe, made her first appearance in this one. And then this one is a spec that I'm not super familiar with, and somebody in the comments below can tell me what is the first appearance in this one. But it is Star Wars Crimson Reign, #1, and it's a first appearance of a Star Wars character. It's also kind of a cool cover. I kind of like this whole you know, Darth Vader kind of thing going on in the background. And just potential spec, I don't know. So this one, again, I got these all for cover for cover price. So, you know, it was not like whenever you can spec on something and you can get it at cover or even below cover, hey, why not? This one I just like the cover. There's nothing spec in this. This is just a pure cover buy, and I thought it was, I just like the whole vibe of it. It's like this kind of zombie skeleton thing going on. Sexy witch girl. This is Beware Witch's Shadow. Night Frights. I don't know. I just thought it was a interesting cover. I thought it was kind of cool. I'm not sure if there's any spec worthy thing in it, but I just think it's, sometimes I just like kind of quirky things. So that's that one. And then this is another, like, so the Star Wars one, again, this is another one that has like some first appearance. This is Star Wars High Republic Eye of the Storm, number 2 or number 1. So this is just another Star Wars first appearance. I have no idea what first appearance it is, but it's some Star Wars first appearance. I like Star Wars, so sometimes I try to pick up any kind of cool first appearances. Now this next book is kind of funny in my mind, just because it's the third time I bought it. And there's kind of a story behind that. So far, have I bought this 3 times or 4 times? It's been a bunch of times that I bought this book. And every time, I don't know why, it gets lost. Either the shipper doesn't send it, or something happens and I don't get the book. So I always have to do like a refund because I don't ever receive the book. So this last time, I was like questioning the guy like every day, almost like I was like bothering the guy, like, is it sent? Do you have the tracking? Are you sure you sent it? It was kind of funny. So it's Eerie number 7. Yeah, it's just I've been trying to collect the complete series of Eerie books. It's like Golden Age horror. It's just this kind of Precode horror books. I like them. I think they're really great. They have they have like sort of a good girl art cover, and I just really enjoy this series. So it's just one that I had no luck for some reason receiving this book. So I'm actually impressed that I finally got the book. I don't know why it took so many tries to get it. So yeah, it's a really great book. So Eerie number 7. Next one is, I have no idea. Not sure what this is. This might be a giveaway, some freebie that was thrown in. I'm not sure. This is The Amazing Spider-Man number 4. And I'm not sure what this is. If you know in the comments below, you can tell me. I'll look it up afterwards as well. And if I find out anything, I'll put it in the description. Okay, so that was kind of weird. Okay. Sometimes you get bonus comics, and so it's kind of weird. Okay, the next one is an Iron Fist series. So this is Iron Fist number 1. The Immortal Iron Fist number 1. Number 2. And number 3. Now, what's significant about these ones, I think it's number, sorry, not number 1, 2, 3. Round 1, 2, and 3, but it's actually issues 8, 9, and 10. Sorry, I almost messed that up. But issue number 8 has a first appearance from one of the characters in Hitmonkey. Sort of the big fat guy that uses lightning. I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember his name. But does it actually say? No, it doesn't actually say. That would have been so convenient. Okay, but it's his first appearance. These books were, again, another one of those specs that went really through the roof and then came back down. So I picked them up for cover price. Again, you can pick up some really good deals if you're a bit patient on the spec books. It's one of those things where the character, actually, I really enjoyed Hitmonkey. I recommend watching it if you haven't seen it. And it's one of those series that the characters are now introduced, and I think they're going to make a season 2. So, these characters are coming back. So I think it has a lot of potential. So I thought that was kind of a good set. Next one. Oh, okay. I know what this is. Okay, this one is a bunch of Star Trek books. So I got it was like really cheap too. Star Trek, because of how poorly the recent series is like the multiple series that they put out have been. Like Discovery is just it's a dumpster fire. But because they've been so bad, picking up Star Trek book comics has, the prices have been really impacted by it. And one of the series that I never picked up was the Marvel Star Trek. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I loved the original Star Trek. I liked Voyager even. I enjoyed, not Deep Space Nine. I didn't actually like Deep Space Nine, but I enjoyed, Next Generations. I enjoyed all of them pretty much, except for the recent stuff. And so Marvel had a set of Star Trek, and this I just bought the set of Marvel ones, and I'll show you the set. So it's Star Trek number 6 and number 5. Kind of a nice cover, actually. I really like this one. I really like that Good Girl art cover. And then there's number 4. Okay. And Star Trek number 3. And Star Trek number 2. And Star Trek number 1. I thought this one was quite nice. Nice cover. Good. And this is the one that where it's kind of like the movie, the very first movie for our Star Trek. And then we got Star Trek number 10. Okay, I think there might be a few more in here because I got 1 through 10. So one sec here. I'm going to see if there's some more. Yep, and there's some more. So there's Star Trek number 7. And number 8, I would imagine. And I'm trying to show it well. And number 9. So that was a set of 1 through 10. And I think I paid $10 to $15 with the shipping included. It was like around that range. So just so cheap. Like, as I said, if you can pick up books, that are like ones that you want to collect for that kind of price, it's like a no-brainer. Okay, next one is a really big book. Actually, it's 2 books that I like. One vendor had like a bunch of Golden Age stuff, and they were all for auction. And I just happened to win 2 of his auctions. He had some really great stuff. I wasn't fortunate enough to win every auction that I bid on, but I did win these 2, and they're both great. The first one is a Girl romance. So this one is kind of interesting. So Moon Girl, which I'm not sure if you can see, but is up there. She basically had a series that kept on changing the title. They tried it, doing different things with it. They tried making her, like kind of a superhero. Then they tried to make her a crime fighter, and then they tried to make her in like a romance story. So they kept on changing the title, and then later it became Weird Science or Weird Fantasy, one of the two. Because they kept on changing the themes and they couldn't quite make the character stick. So this one is a really great one, though, because not only is it, a new title where it's this kind of romance one, but it's also Al Feldstein. And Al Feldstein is known for his headlight covers and sort of good girl art. And it's got a little bit of that flavor. It's not so much as his earlier stuff, which was much more. But this is definitely a good one. And it's an EC comic. So this is Moon Girl. It's known as Moon Girl number 5, I would believe. But it is kind of a cool one. Okay, so that's that one. And the next one I got was Jojo Comics number 23. I'm trying to get a set of Jojo Comics. This one's really rough. Like the Moon Girl was expensive. It was like 200 range. This is more like a $40 $40 because it's in pretty bad shape. But yeah, so I'm trying to get the complete set of Jojo Comics. It's from Fox Publishing. which is another company that Al Felstein worked for. But he didn't do any of these ones. But it was different artists like Matt Baker, Jack Kamen, that were involved with these, and just some really great covers and interiors for these ones. I just really enjoy Jojo Comics. So these are all Golden Age comics. I'm not sure who did that. I don't believe it was actually Jack Kamen or any of the ones that did that one, but it is in really rough shape. This one could use some love. You can see like just like mangled along the side here. But, you know, it was very inexpensive. Okay, the next book is kind of a cool one. And sometimes like I watch Comic Tom, and this one is because of Comic Tom that I actually picked this up. And they mentioned something, they mentioned some major comic that they're focusing on, but then they'll mention almost like as an afterthought some other book. And one of the books that they mentioned was this one, Life with Archie number 41. Now this book, you're probably wondering why is this book one of the ones that they were mentioning? Well, they were talking about Godzilla. And Godzilla, you know, they were talking about some book that had kind of spiked in the Godzilla, like Godzilla number 1 or something like that. And then they mentioned this book just as like almost like an afterthought, where they were talking about how Godzilla actually made his first appearance in this book. So this is the first appearance of Godzilla. Now, it's a really weird book to make a first appearance in for such an iconic character, but because it's like Afterlife of Archie, what does that have to do with Godzilla? But it just happens that this is where Godzilla made his first appearance. So I thought it was kind of cool. I like those things. I also chased down the first appearance of King Kong, which was in Mad Comics. You know, so these kind of things I really enjoy. Like you find these kind of major characters, especially from the horror genre, that made obscure appearances or first appearances in very obscure books. So this is just one of those. And I'm probably going to do a video, and you'll know the answer if you've seen this video. So I'll do another video about a guess who about that one, because I think it's cool. Okay, next. How are we doing for time? Okay. I'm going to try to speed it up a bit. Okay. This one has like, they put a double board on it just to keep it safe. And let's see what it is. Okay, this one's... So, I don't know. Ever since I did the challenge video about homage covers, I've been sort of obsessed with getting homages. I don't know why. I'm so weird. I easily get influenced by things. And this was one of those homage covers that I really liked. I thought it was kind of a cool one. So this is Red Room number 4, and it's an homage to Spawn number 1. So I just thought it was a really cool, like Red Room is a bit sexy, a bit adult, but I just thought it was such an interesting homage cover. So this is Red Room number 4, an homage to Spawn number 1. I just thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, so homage covers. I get into these weird things, I guess. Okay. And speaking of challenge videos, actually, I'll show the next one because it is related to the challenge videos too. Is Stabbity Bunny number 1. So this is the first appearance of Stabbity Bunny. This is actually a pretty pricey book, surprisingly. It's, you know, the first series. It goes for about $60 to $100 for this book. And it's just a kind of a weird, quirky character. She gets this bunny, and it's got like, you know, it goes around killing people and stuff. So it's Stabbity Bunny. Now, the reason I got into this book was I was doing my another one of my challenge videos where I was talking about bunny covers. And I was like, oh, I wish I thought I had some Stabbity Bunny, but I didn't in my collection. So I ended up buying this one as a result. I just wanted to have this. And also Mark Olroyd, he mentioned this book on his channel. He got like a collection of Stabbity Bunny. So I thought this one was kind of cool. I thought it was, you know, another one of those quirky characters. Oh, and another bonus on this one was, even though I actually got a pretty good deal on it, it is actually a signed copy. See, it's signed right there. So I thought that was quite nice. A little bit of a bonus, yeah, for that one. Okay, the next one requires almost like some kind of extra work here. It has like all these like pull tabs, lots of pull tabs. So that's, you know, I like when they do it like that, where they make it really nice. This has like so many boards. Okay, again, homage cover. So there's almost a theme going on here. This is another homage cover. This is homage to House of Secrets. Right over there, I have it. The first appearance of Swamp Thing. And this is like Archie's version of it. So this is Archie versus Predator. And you got, you know, Betty, you know, brushing her hair just like the original comic. And then you got the Predator coming in through the back. I just think it's this. I really like these homage covers. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I got to get it. So, and this is actually a pretty pricey book considering it's, you know, it was originally, I believe it was originally like $10 when it was published. And so when I picked it up, I had to pay like, I think it was like $20. So pretty expensive book for a relatively new comic. And then we got, I'm trying to remember what this one is. I believe, so this is Critters number 11. And I'm trying to remember which character. So I've been reading Usagi Jimbo. And Usagi, there's several major characters for Usagi. And one of the major characters made, one of the kind of key characters for Usagi made his, or her, I think it's a her, made her first appearance in this book. I think his love interest made her first appearance in this book. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember the exact reason, but this is early Usagi, and it's just kind of a cool book. So it's from Fantagraphics, and it's Critters number 11. Okay, and it might be actually. Might be that one isn't the one. It's actually maybe this one that I'm trying to remember which one, because it was a set. So this one came together. So set number 10. It's either this one or that one. I'm pretty sure it's this one actually that made with the first appearance. If I remember the story correctly, this might be the one with his love interest's first appearance. I'm trying to remember her name. I don't remember her name. But this is Critters number 10. Okay, so we're getting near to the bottom of this. Wow. I don't know why sometimes people send things in the most unusual ways where they're fairly unprotected. This one is actually a really great comic. I highly recommend this comic. I recommend if you can get it in the original version. I'll explain in a second. So this is Fistful of Blood. I just love this cover. I just think it's very sexy. This is Fistful of Blood number 1. And this is a Simon Beasley cover. And what happened was, originally Fistful of Blood was done in Heavy Metal magazine. And then they came out with like a compendium, or like a hardcover book that had the whole story from Heavy Metal. So this is the first, this one was done later by IDW, where they kind of toned down the Heavy Metal. You know, Heavy Metal has usually lots of nudity, a little bit more adult. Well, they toned it down, they kind of colorized it too. So the original book was not in color, and this one they did it in color. But they kept a sexy cover at least. So I thought that was kind of nice. Very interesting series. So the series is about this kind of woman that comes to this, like, basically ghost town. And she encounters a very strange dynamic where there's zombies and vampires, and they're fighting over territory. So it's a very interesting series. And it's got that kind of gunslinger kind of feel to it. Okay. So that's that one. Next one, if I I got to figure out how to open this one. It's been taped a lot. Somebody did a lot of taping. Okay, let's see if I can open this without ruining it. Okay, a sec here. Gotta do a little bit of surgical precision here. Okay. Okay, this one, I knew that this one was in really rough shape when I bought it. However, rough shape means cheaper price. And this is a really expensive book. Really, like, I mean, $1,000-$2,000 range in high grade or even in low grade. This is in really low grade, like a fair, I would say like a 1, that range. It is Jojo Comics. I forgot what issue number it is. I think it's 8. I think it's number 8. But it is like probably the most popular of the Jojo comic covers, because it's this one where you got the kind of the sexy good girl art going on, where she's leaning up against just this pile of skulls. So this one usually commands big money because it is kind of one of the more popular covers. I got it for $100. I know that sounds like a lot for such a low grade, but again, it is an expensive book normally. So yeah, it is what it is, and it is in rough shape. As I said, it's a 1, definitely. It's missing a big chunk up here. It's got tape all along the spine. I'm not sure if you can see that, but at least for me, the main reason why I was really deliberating about buying this, the price kind of got me, but also the important thing got me, that it's complete, except for the big chunk out of there, but also the important part of the artwork is still intact, and that was what was really important to me. So you know, I'll probably, this is like one of those cases where in the future, you know, once I stop kind of collecting just books in general and focusing and more upgrading my collection, this is probably one that I'd love to upgrade. So yeah, but that's is Jojo Comics, awesome series. Just really great stuff. Okay, so I'm almost done that collection too. I'm really getting close to getting complete. There's like 26 books, I believe, in the collection. I'm missing like only like 5 or so. So getting really close to completing it. Okay, the next one. Okay. Why do I forget? Okay, so this is a spec book. I don't usually buy spec books too often, but sometimes I get sucked in. This is Secret Invasion number 40. And this is the first appearance of like the Skrull Queen, like something with a V. And you can tell me in the comments below. I'm kind of blanking on her name, but there was recent casting news that somebody was casted as this character. And so this book, like, I picked it up just before the spike. So, you know, it's always, if you can pick up a kind of a cool spec before the heat really hits it, it's always good. So I kind of picked this up for a reasonable price. So yeah, the New Avengers number 40. So just kind of a cool book. It actually has a great cover too, so not too bad. Like, the way I think about it is, even if you know, the book drops in value, I don't really care, because it's just cool to have that first appearance. And if, you know, and if the movie's good, I'd like to have that first appearance. Also, I like the cover, so that's always good too. Okay. Now we get into the next little pile. Okay, I gotta watch the time because I don't want it to go too long. Wow. Okay, so really good. These are some awesome ones. So this is a collection that I got from my comic shop, and there's some really great books. I had to get this sent to my stackery because there's some books that I guess not stackery, but my comic shop won't send to Canada. So if there's any slight adult element to a book, they will not ship it to Canada. So what'll end up happening is when you go to check out and you want to send it to Canada, they will actually remove it from your cart. And it's really annoying. So I've given up on that. Whenever there's anything that's slightly adult, I'll just send it to my Stackery. So and then get it sent from Stackery. So there is some really great books here. Okay, and it's really just one or two adult kind of themed books that cause the problem. Actually, it's one adult book. So the first book is just an awesome one. Actually, it was Automatic Comics that had this book, and I was jealous when I saw it. I was like, I believe it was Automatic. Yeah, I think it was Automatic Comics. And he had this book, and I was like, wow, that is such a great cover, and I really wanted it for my collection. And it's a Golden Age Superman book. So it's Superman, what number is it? Superman 63. And it's just this good girl art cover, like on a Superman book. And I thought, wow, that is just really great. So I just thought this was a really great book. And it's like, girls, 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 how dangerous is your job? The beautiful Metropolis of 1950. I just think it's just such a great good girl art cover. So yeah, so this is Superman 63. And this is like a 2.5. It's not like a super high grade, but just a really great book. And the guy actually that had this on my comic shop had a best offer. So again, I was able to negotiate a bit reasonable price for it. Okay, so that's that one. Next one is interesting one that is really under the radar. People don't realize how significant this book is. And this is Marvel Feature presents the Astonishing Ant-Man. Now, what happened was with Ant-Man, he was sort of a character that ran for a while and then was paused. This book brought him back. So this is like a Bronze Age book where they brought back the Ant-Man. So kind of cool, kind of reintroduction of Ant-Man. So that's why I picked this up. I thought, I'm a big fan of Ant-Man. I try to get his key books. And this is a key book for Ant-Man. So this is Marvel Feature number 4. So kind of a cool book. And next one is another series that I collect, but I actually got it for not for the series, but for the character that appears in this book. And this is Susie number 85. And there's a character that I really like from the Golden Age from Archie, and it's called Ginger. She's she's a redhead, just kind of a clumsy, kind of cute girl. And they published one of her stories in this. Ginger really didn't have that many appearances in the Golden Age. She had maybe, I'd say, less than 20 appearances. She had her run of 1 through 10. And then she made appearances in a few of the Susie books. So this is one of the ones that she made her appearance in. So this is Susie number 85. So, but Susie also is a great series. So it's another one that you should check out. Now, the next one is Quattron. This is, I've been just trying to get the complete series. This is issue number 1. So I just thought, I thought that the artwork was quite good. And kind of that barbarian kind of flair to it. So this is Pt2, or Shoe, maybe Peter Shoe, maybe. Quattron. Okay, so this is kind of a cool book. I think I had the complete set. That was just one of the ones I was missing. And the one that caused all the problem, the reason I had to send it to Stackery, was this one. This is Helena number 1. And this is the 1 in 300, I believe. 1 in 300 variant. And it even comes with a like little sketch on the back. And it's like a little print. So this is from Avatar Press. and it was limited to 300. And it was not this. The funny thing is, it's not like an expensive book, even though it's limited to 300. It was like $5 or something like that. It's really inexpensive, but I thought it was kind of a cool comic. And anytime you can get a book that's limited to 300 and it's like $5, hey, why not? And it's a character that is adult. I I have a pretty good collection of Avatar Press books. I have like a full long box of Avatar Press, and actually another short box with their stuff as well. So I pretty much collect all their stuff. So and I like this kind of sexy artwork. So that's that one. Okay. I'm debating about how long this video is going. I think I'm going to pause it there because I was going to do 2 stacks, but I realized just 1 stack is a lot of books. So, and I wanted to get into the explanation. So maybe this might be 4 parts. I don't know, because I still have a lot more in the box. So stay tuned for the next part, because there's a lot more great stuff. Like we're just getting to the tip of the iceberg kind of thing. So stay tuned. Watch part 3 coming up soon. And thanks for watching. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And thanks again. Bye.